In the 1940s, a mobster from Brooklyn turned Nevada's wasteland into a neon empire of vice. Bugsy Siegel didn't just build a casino, he bet his life on the Flamingo, and the mob cashed him out. This is the story of Bugsy Siegel, the neon don who reshaped the desert and paid the ultimate price. A dark past and a big dream. Born in 1906, Benjamin Bugsy Siegel was far from the clean-cut businessman you might expect to find in Las Vegas today. From a young age, he was drawn to a life of crime. Growing up in the tough streets of Brooklyn, Siegel quickly became known for his ruthlessness and his ability to handle himself in a fight. He joined the mob early on, running with some of the most infamous crime families of the time, including the infamous Murder Inc. By 20, he'd slit throats for Murder Inc., earning the nickname Bugsy, crazy, unstoppable, before eyeing Vegas's dust. But Bugsy's ambitions were bigger than petty crime. Unlike many mobsters who were content with their rackets, Siegel wanted something more.
Take a look at this place, this beautiful place. Take a deep breath. Do you smell it? Come on, take a deep breath. What do you smell? Come on, breathe again, take it in. Money! It smells like money. Come on, walk with me. A great, vast, shining edifice with neon reaching towards the sky and with only one purpose: money.
He saw the potential for greatness in the desert town of Las Vegas. While most people thought of the desert as a barren wasteland, Siegel saw opportunity, a chance to build an empire that would be the crown jewel of the West. This wasn't just about gambling, it was about luxury, glamour, and excess. Siegel was one of the first to see the future of Las Vegas as more than just a small gambling hub. He saw it as a shining city in the middle of nowhere, and he was determined to make it happen. The birth of the Flamingo. In the mid-1940s, Siegel began his venture into the Las Vegas desert. He wasn't the first to try his hand at gambling in Nevada, but he was different. He wasn't just looking to build another casino. Siegel had a vision. He wanted to build the largest, most extravagant hotel and casino the world had ever seen. And so, the Flamingo was born. The Flamingo was a gamble, both financially and symbolically. Siegel poured his own money into the project, backed by the mafia's investment, and took risks that others wouldn't dare. The design was extravagant, more so than anything Vegas had ever seen. It wasn't just a casino, it was a palace, complete with luxurious rooms, high-end restaurants, a nightclub, and, of course, the iconic gambling floors. The project was massive, and Siegel's ambition was clear. He wasn't just trying to win in Las Vegas, he was trying to change it forever. But things didn't go as planned. The construction was plagued with delays, cost overruns, and problems with permits. The Flamingo opened in December 1946, but it was far from ready. The grand opening was a disaster, and it became clear that the lavish casino wasn't going to make immediate returns. Siegel's investors were furious, and the pressure was on him to turn the operation around. Mob ties and mafia influence. Behind the scenes of the Flamingo, Siegel's ties to the mafia were ever present. The mafia had a deep stake in the casino's success, and for a time, it was Siegel who was seen as their man on the ground. The mob had been investing in Vegas for years, but Siegel was the one who made the city truly shine. His role in organizing the mafia's presence in Las Vegas was critical, and his ambition for the Flamingo was viewed as a test of his worth. However, Siegel's relationship with the mob was a complex one. While his vision of a bright, neon-lit future for Vegas was bold, it wasn't always aligned with the interests of the mafia bosses who had invested in the Flamingo. His spending on the casino's lavish design, coupled with its slow return on investment, began to raise doubts among his backers. Mobsters weren't known for their patience, and they didn't take kindly to their money being tied up in a failing project. Though Siegel had risen to the top through his criminal dealings, his refusal to back down from his dreams, even when facing mounting pressure, eventually caused a rift between him and the mob. Some believed that Siegel was living too high on the hog, spending more than his fair share. Others felt he had become a liability. The tension was growing, and Siegel was getting closer to the edge. The Flamingo's success and the price of power. Despite the rocky start, Siegel's gamble on the Flamingo eventually paid off. After several months of struggling, the casino began to turn a profit. The luxury resort attracted visitors not just for gambling, but for the glitz and glamour Siegel had promised. Celebrities, gangsters, and high rollers alike flocked to the casino, making it the talk of the town. But the success of the Flamingo came at a price. By now, Siegel had become an influential figure in Las Vegas. His flashy lifestyle, combined with his ties to organized crime, made him a dangerous man to cross. But the people who had helped him create his empire, the mafia, weren't happy. They saw the money rolling in, but they also saw Siegel's extravagance, his recklessness, and his failure to meet their expectations. Siegel had made powerful enemies in high places, and those enemies were growing impatient. Siegel's dream of turning Las Vegas into a city of luxury and excess came at a deadly cost. His obsession with building the Flamingo the way he had envisioned it alienated him from the very people who had helped him build it. And when the mafia decides to act, they don't do so lightly. The murder of Bugsy Siegel.
But as they enjoy a drink, a hitman lurks.
In June 1947, just a few short years after the Flamingo opened, Bugsy Siegel was shot and killed in his Beverly Hills mansion. His murder was a shocking and tragic end to a life filled with ambition, danger, and power. The details of Siegel's death remain shrouded in mystery, but it's widely believed that his murder was orchestrated by the mafia bosses who had lost faith in him. Siegel's death was the ultimate price for his dreams. He had built the Flamingo into a success, but his downfall was swift and brutal. The casino would go on to thrive after his death, eventually becoming one of the most iconic properties in Las Vegas. However, Siegel's tragic end serves as a reminder of the perils of ambition and the ruthless nature of the world he lived in. Siegel's lasting legacy. Although Bugsy Siegel's life ended in violence, his influence on Las Vegas is undeniable. The Flamingo became a model for the massive hotel-casino complexes that followed. His vision for Las Vegas, one of luxury, excess, and entertainment, has shaped the city into what it is today, a global center for tourism, gambling, and entertainment. Siegel may have paid with his life for his daring dream, but his vision lives on. The lights of the Las Vegas Strip, with its towering resorts and neon signs, are a testament to the man who risked it all and changed the desert forever. Without Bugsy Siegel, Las Vegas might have never become the entertainment capital of the world. Bugsy Siegel was more than just a mobster, he was a visionary. His dream of building a neon-lit oasis in the desert became a reality, and it changed the course of history. But his life was also a cautionary tale of ambition, excess, and betrayal. The man who dreamed of transforming the barren Nevada desert into a sparkling paradise ultimately paid the ultimate price for his vision. Siegel's desert glowed, but one dawn flooded the world with white. Next, the narco godfather, Pablo Escobar's bloody reign. Subscribe so you don't miss it.
No puede mover un dedo. Un día yo voy a ser presidente. Yo soy Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria. Mis ojos están en todos lados, o sea usted.
They were brothers, but bound by more than blood. They were twins as well, counterparts, gangster princes of the city they meant to conquer.